Well, that's my version of Fallout New Vegas, folks. Thanks for sticking with me for all 118 episodes of this. It has been something. Some real memorable moments along the way. I've really enjoyed doing this LP. It's taken me over half a year to finish this one just because of the break I took along the way. I really liked the retrospective there at the end where they followed up with all the different people that we encountered along our quest. I'm somewhat disappointed in the choice you can make at the end of the game because the choice consists of you can do one thing, which is take over New Vegas. Which if I'd known that was the only choice you could make, I would have played the game a little bit differently. Sure, I would have stayed on the Saintly Paragon path for most of it, but I would have made a few more options like not blowing up the Securitron army, especially if I'd known that it wasn't going to be the cliche yes man turning on me at the end kind of option. Although when he put in that code to make himself a little more assertive, that's a little makes me a little nervous there too. You never know whether he's going to start disagreeing with my opinion. But yeah, honestly, I probably, given the option, would have given the land over to the NCR because they seem to be doing a fairly good job of governing when they could, when they weren't opposed by the Legion. I didn't really have any reason to oppose them. Obviously, if you're playing a good character, you cannot side with the Legion. There's no way you can side with the Legion. I wanted to see... I'm disappointed that they didn't show you what happened to Benny at the end, after he ran out of Caesar's Legion's camp. I would think that if you left him alive, that he would show up in that retrospective, but he didn't. So that was surprising to me. So yeah, I traveled with Boone for a while. I think I remember meeting a couple other possible companions, but I couldn't bring them on because I was traveling with Boone at the time. So if I replay this game, I'll see whether they want to travel with me. I don't know how I would play the game next. If I were, I don't know if I'd play evil, if I'd play entirely for myself, or if I'd just be a deranged cannibal, which would seem like a pretty fun way to play the game once you've already finished it before. Also don't know what the DLC's like. I know that I have the Ultimate Edition, so it came with all of the DLC on disc. I can install it, which I did, but haven't played it yet. If it's like Knights of the Nine in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, might not bother with it, might not waste my time. If it's like Shivering Isles, it's probably worth it. But I do have a lot of other games to play still. I mean, just of Bethesda titles. I haven't played Skyrim yet, and I haven't played Fallout 3. So I might play those next. Probably not going to do a full LP unless it's really asked for. I may stream those on Twitch. I may take highlights and post them. Haven't really decided yet. But yeah, there's a lot to this game. I'm really glad that I got the nuke launcher at the end. It may seem pretty fun to use that. But yeah, it isn't quite what I expected, but I really enjoyed playing it. I had a lot of fun along the way, for sure. I really like the world that Bethesda created for this game. It's very well thought out and unique. I wish I'd gotten to actually interact with the Brotherhood of Steel outside of that first quest. I screwed that up, and I wish I'd gotten to see more of that, so in my next playthrough, if I do manage to play this game again, I'll probably take special care not to screw that quest up, because I want to see what else they have, and I'd really like to get that power armor training. I also wish I'd gotten that NCR Ranger veteran armor that I've been wanting this entire game. I really just wanted one of those and a sniper rifle and just get to be like the character in the intro, but not quite that lucky. But if I'm playing as an evil character, maybe it'll be a lot easier to come by. I think I'll have a lot easier time playing Fallout 3 now that I know the mechanics of the game, and I know that you can probably make weapon repair kits earlier than halfway through the game. Should make things easier. Shouldn't have to pay to get things repaired as much, and I can actually afford to buy things I need. Yep, I was right. Benny, the voice of Matthew Perry from Friends and other things. Chandler. Chris Christopherson was Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. Ron Perlman was the narrator. Danny Trejo? Don't remember Danny Trejo. Felicia Day? Rob Corddry? Dave Foley sounds familiar too. The voice of Tabitha, the super mutant. That name looks very familiar. I know that guy does a lot of voice acting. He might be the voice of Baird from Gears of War? Am I right about that? Will Wheaton? I don't think I even found the Robo Brain. Yeah, it's been a long journey. I will be starting my newest LP very soon, which honestly, by the time you see this episode, I'll probably be done with that LP. Because if I don't start a new one and post it until this one's done, it'll probably be near the end of the year by the time it goes up. So I'd like to get started on that a little sooner than that. So yeah, fighting Legate Lanius at the end was a pretty good final battle there. Might have been more climactic if he pulled down his other two guards up there by the door. But my speech was so high that I was easily able to talk him out of it. I like having a high speech-craft skill in these games. Also saved the NCR from getting killed due to my high speech. I figure I owe them that at least. But yeah, I definitely regret blowing up the Securitron army now. I don't see the point in doing it. If the end result of the game, if the only way you can finish the game is that you disable Mr. House and take over, I don't even know why that's an option. It's just shooting yourself in the foot. I suppose they can't make it obvious what's going to happen, though, or else it wouldn't be a story. It wouldn't be interesting. Based on Fallout 3 by Bethesda Game Studios. I wonder if Ringo's body is still just rotting in the sun at Goodsprings. Since tourism's up, you'd think that they would want to get him out of the street. It's been months. And that bighorner's just been nibbling on him the entire time. I wonder if that NCR Ranger's still stuck under the door at that outpost. His body flailing and wobbling left and right. Kind of sounded like at Novak, I think it was, the one with the giant dinosaur where Boone came from. It sounded like the narrator there was the lady running the motel, who was clearly dead. Could have been someone else from the town, but yeah, she was the one that sold Boone's wife into slavery, and we found that out, and Boone shot her in the head. So she definitely wouldn't be the one making the narration there. Although I suppose it's not really that important. Alright, the credits is now going to the forum moderators, so I think they're surely near the end. There is very possibly going to be an entire episode of credits, based on the length. Is there going to be an after credits stinger? I'm starting to wonder. The Vicky and Vance Casino. Haven't seen that since very early in the game. I think that was in Nipton? Maybe? Or Prim. I think it was in Prim. Alright, we have the music credits now. Music credits are always at the end. I don't really think I even used the radio in this game. It was there in the Pip-Boy, but I never really ever used it. So yeah, if you've stuck around this long, what do you want to see in some of my future LPs? Go ahead and write it down in the comments. If you have any feedback on this LP, anything that would be good for me to know for a future one, or if you have any games you'd like to see or genres, go ahead and write in the comments. I do read all of my comments, and I will at least consider it for sure. I've backed a couple Kickstarters that should be coming to term, assuming they don't fall to the Kickstarter fate very soon, so those might be some of my new LPs coming up after this one. Some of them being Mighty Number 9, Adventures of Pip, Hive Jump, Revan. A few of those should be finishing up around the time that this one finishes posting. I have a number of Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, Xbox One games that I need to play still. Still have Five Nights at Freddy's to finish, which I'm dating this episode right now just by saying that. Although at this rate I may still be playing it by the time this one is published. I plan on following that up with Five Nights 2 and 3 if I can, and 4 when it comes out. Which it may be out by the time this is published. So yeah, how about those credits? Yeah. Still rolling. 25 minutes now. Alright, we are at the legalese here. Trademarks. Copyrights. Alright, we've got logos. I think this is it, folks. I think we finally reached the end. Congratulations on completing Fallout New Vegas. Would you like to load a save prior to the Hoover Dam battle? If you select no, you will be returned to the main menu. Okay, it did select no. Okay. So yeah, it is finished. Thanks for sticking with me through this entire LP. It has been quite the journey. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next time.